Hello, I'm Jamie.
Hello, I'm Mark, and it's time for another episode of Through the Garden Gate. I'm in the polytunnel at the bottom of the garden. It's episode number 63 tonight. So let's get Jamie in.
63? Can't be 63.
63. Would you believe it?
Unbelievable, isn't it? Crazy.
Where have those 63 episodes gone?
Oh. Quick. Gone fast.
Really quick.
Yeah. Look what Joe just said. Where's Georgie?
George is in the bath.
Oh dear. Yeah, never mind.
Maybe next week.
Yeah.
Might have some interesting things to tell you.
Oh. We'll
Maybe.
We'll have an interesting thing.
Although next week it'll be a video linker because he'll be at swimming. So he'll video link us again.
He's swimming tonight in the bath.
Swimming in the bath, yeah. He's had his photos at school today.
Oh, was he?
Or was that yesterday? No, that was yesterday.
Oh, I used to hate all that.
Nonsense. His one-to-one wasn't in, so she's usually the one that makes sure he's looking at the camera and it's a decent photo, so I can imagine it'll be an awful photo. So we probably won't have it because it'll be like looking over there. And
That's the ones you want.
the silly ones.
Yeah. You've been playing Meccano today.
Oh, tell me about it. Like serious Meccano. I said that to Chris. It's like old school Meccano, isn't it? I've got like really thin cuts all over my hands, like paper cuts. So
I remember Catherine saying it was quite the bits of metal are quite sharp.
Well, the problem is you can't wear gloves because the little bolts and nuts and stuff are so small.
Yeah,
You need your fingers. So it's you either get cut fingers or you can't do it. So
it's all gone together right, isn't it?
It's getting there. Yeah, yeah. Hard work. I think because it's like they do it, like they build it out of different sets. So it's because it's a 3x8 polytunnel.
Yeah.
The actual instructions are for a 3x4 polytunnel, and then you add 2 lots of 2 meter extensions to it.
Right. Okay.
So you've got
they go in the middle, I suppose.
Yeah. So you've got to sort of decipher the instructions of it because you're not following it for the 3x4. So it's a bit tricky to get your head around, but we're getting there.
Oh, that's good.
But there's a lot of screws and a lot of bolts. So I feel like I've done nothing but.
Well, it's good you get some experience at it, then you can come and help me do mine.
I said that to Chris today. I'll be getting a phone call from you to say, now you know how to build it. Can you come and build mine?
Yeah. Yeah,
You definitely won't want to do it on your own. That's for sure. It's definitely a 2-man job.
Is it?
Yeah, you'll really struggle on your own because just getting the hoops up straight. They're quite until you get it all together. It's quite flexible.
Yeah. And aren't the boxes heavy?
Oh my God, so heavy, so heavy. Chris like went over there to pick one up and was like, "Oh, I can't get it out of my own." Because they're not very big boxes. I was saying to Chris, you could probably fit the whole lot in my Fiat Panda, apart from the actual rolls of plastic.
Yeah.
But they weigh. There's some serious bit of metal in all of that.
Yeah, really heavy.
I was saying towards the end of the day, I was like, we've still got a hell of a lot of metal left. And we've got quite a big structure now. So where's it all going? Sent us too much.
Have they?
Probably not. We've still got all the like inside braces and
stuff.
Yeah,
I bet there's loads of bracing got to go in there.
Yeah, so although it looks like the actual shape of it's there, there's a lot more to go into it.
So you have there's a T on the bottom, isn't there, which you bury in the hole?
Yeah, it goes.
That's what anchors it.
Yeah, and then you fill it back in. So we've got about 30 odd holes to dig tomorrow.
Yeah.
At the base of each leg and fill back in again, and that should really get it strong and rigid.
And then put the old plastic on.
We were talking about Catherine's commercial polytunnel or commercial greenhouse that she's got from Poly Eco.
Yeah. Hers is a whopper, isn't it?
To be honest, I didn't realise how big ours was going to be. To be honest, it's actually a decent size.
What's yours? 8 meters.
Yeah, 3 by 8. When you see it on the website, it never looks as big as when you've got it in that space. But yeah,
No.
it fits well. Fits well in the space. It's going to be good.
Yeah.
Nice to have a new sort of propagating area that's more up to the size of the garden.
And I've got the same growing space as you then, because I've got 2 3x4s.
Yeah. You're going to build them as 2 separate.
2 separate side by side. Yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't got enough length to put it in one long one. I thought that'd be good to be able to separate the cucumbers and tomatoes and things anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll have lots of space in there.
Mm.
That bigger
It's
than what you've got.
Not really, not square meterage, not really.
Right.
That's why I went for the 2, so I could get near enough exactly the same. I think it's a little bit. I think it's about 4 or 5 meters more, but not a massive amount.
But it should be more efficient because it's not sort of cobbled together.
Yeah. And I haven't got to walk in and out. It should be straight down the middle, and that's it. It'd be so much easier. Yeah.
You're just losing your wall heat.
That's the only thing, which is a good thing, but it's what it is, isn't it? Never mind. So is that all you've been doing at work? Just making greenhouses?
Literally all day. Lunch and going inside to get a cup of tea to warm your hands up because it's been quite cold today, actually, especially when you're fiddling around with bits of metal and stuff. So yeah, we did have a few cups of tea, and just to have a break from doing the same thing because it's quite monotonous because it's about 9 hoops or something. It's the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
Apart from the 2 ends, and then obviously once you get all the structure, you've then got to figure out where all the plastic goes because that's all in one big roll at the moment.
Yeah, of course it is. Oh, what Catherine said something about cutting that with I can't remember. Not with a knife, with a saw or something. Oh, I can't remember. I talked to her before denying.
It took us so long to build ours because Nick kept having clever ideas.
Yeah, that's right.
Ideas.
See, look, my I'll tell you now, my bloody comments have stopped already, Mark. So
Really?
you're in charge of comments again. Jigsaw, was it? Yeah. So,
yeah, the actual plastic on it is not that rigid. It's quite soft, so I don't think it'll break. It doesn't feel quite so fragile as some of the.
So it's not going to shatter type thing.
Yeah. Whereas a lot of the cold frames and stuff you can get feel quite fragile.
Yeah, you could snap it, can't you?
So I think it's quite hard wearing.
Yeah.
Hopefully shouldn't make a mess of it.
Oh, good. Let's see. Can't wait to see the finished article.
Yeah, I did just post a reel, but I don't think it's gone up before this has started. So I recorded the whole day of us building it.
Oh my god!
I need to find all the outtakes because there's definitely some funny outtakes in there. Tripping over and things falling on us and dropping bolts when you stood on top of a ladder.
I've been mulching. I have mulch.
We've been mulching all week.
Yeah, I had a trailer turn up last week. Callum bought me a trailer of plant grown mulch, so I've been clearing beds gradually and just mulching them. The ones that I know I'm not going to use over winter.
Yeah. Your tomatoes all done now?
No, they're still going.
Still going?
Yeah.
Avoided the blight.
Yeah, I know. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. No blight, and they're still ripening daily.
Well, that's a relief compared to last year. You lost
them
early last year, didn't you?
I think I was beginning of October, I think, last year, something silly.
Yeah, as soon as your outside ones went, your inside ones went because you
I
went
think because I took it in there. I cleared all my outside blight tomatoes and got rid of it all, and then walked straight into my greenhouse. Oh dear, never mind. Live and learn, don't we? What's that?
slug on my tomatoes.
Oh, is that still the tray sitting there trying to
Yeah,
ripen?
yeah, I've taken a load off on the weekend. A lot less on there than what there was before.
Yeah.
But yeah, the slugs clearly having a feast on it.
And the bloody mouse have my sweet peas.
Yeah. That's the problem this time of year when you're trying to do autumn sowing and the mice are coming into your greenhouse.
Gutted.
Had our ranunculus at work and a few with the sweet peas.
Can't believe it. I did put the root trainers on the floor as well. It's my own fault. If I'd have lifted them up onto the bench, that would have deterred them a little bit, I suppose.
Catherine gave up ripening her tomatoes and made lots of green tomato chutney.
She did, yeah. I saw that. Looked lovely. Her recipe looked really nice. Really nice. We get a guest in.
Lost his ball. So, tonight's guest is someone you may not have heard of before because their Instagram account has only been going since February. They got their allotment in April 24. They love a plot to plate recipe, faking it until they make it, a sourdougher, a soup maker, a mum, a sister. Let me introduce you to Steff at Growing with Steff.
Hello.
Hello, Rick. Hey, I've got a very scared dog.
I just saw your story saying about that.
No, it's literally shaking. We're both like this.
We hadn't really had much tonight, not yet, because I think everybody had them at the weekend. There was loads going on Saturday and Sunday.
Really?
Yeah.
There's quite a few. Yeah, quite a bit here. Originally, I was going to go be in the car because I didn't know how the girls would be, but I was like, do you know what? No, they can go upstairs. I'm going to stay in the house. Aww.
Has he
Play with the ball?
bothered about the fireworks, Mark?
Not at all, no.
No.
And the older dog's deaf, so he can't hear them.
My two ginger Labradors don't even blink, and Summer used to, the old lab, but she's deaf as well now, so she's not bothered.
Brilliant.
Some advantage to aging, after all.
How are you, Steff?
I'm all good. Good. Yourself? How are you guys?
Yeah, really good.
Yeah.
Really good. First year of an allotment, then, hey?
I know, it's been going quite well for me, if I'm honest. Quite surprised myself.
I've seen lots of lovely things on your stories and reels. Loads.
I know. Yeah. I don't know why that is, but yeah, it seems to be going well. Touch wood. First winter, so we'll see what happens.
You don't know why it is?
I think it's just luck. I don't think I'm doing anything right.
Of course you do. You must do things right if you're getting vegetables.
True.
It does seem to be the way, though, doesn't it? First year always seems to be like a magical year, and then the year after tends to be awful.
Yeah,
I had exactly that. I had exactly that. My second year was absolutely horrendous. But that was mainly to work, I think, and just a bit of neglect. So that, you know.
Fair enough.
It should. So, what made you even think about getting an allotment?
Do you know what? We went away to Shropshire on the beginning of the year, and it was just such a nice outdoorsy holiday. And mainly for the girls, I wanted to get the plot for, just to get them sort of involved in like growing and know where the food comes from and cooking and everything. So yeah, mainly for them. And they love it. They love going down there. Not so much now because it's cold, but summertime's amazing there. Absolutely amazing. So yeah, mainly for them really. But I've always quite been around like gardening quite a lot. My dad was a gardener before he retired, so I've always sort of been like he's always been growing sort of vegetables from at home and everything. So it's been around, yeah, it's been around, but more so this year, sort of really stuck into do it.
I was going to say, what's your background of gardening and things? So you've obviously grown up in and amongst it all a bit.
Yeah, yeah. My dad was like a general sort of landscape gardener, so I've been around sort of like just helping him out in the gardens, with the blower on, blowing all the leaves and that. So this side's like more of a different side now, which I'm enjoying.
Yeah, and when you got it in April this year, didn't you?
Yeah, April. Yeah, yeah.
Did it take
April.
long to get it from when you signed up?
So I've got one of those roots allotments.
Ah, heard lots
Hmm.
about them.
Yeah. So the one near me, the few allotments near me, the waiting list was like literally like over. It was like over 80, over 90. It was quite a long wait. And I'm quite like, if I want something, I sort of want it now. So I sort of done a bit of
Yeah.
research and just found there was one not far from me, and ended up getting it straight away.
That's amazing.
Really?
Yeah.
So just remind me how they work again, the roots ones.
So you pay your monthly subscription, and with that, you get all your tools. You haven't got to bring everything, basically. They've got a tool shed that has everything there. And yeah, that's really it. Every couple of months you get sort of like seeds given or like plug plants. They do loads of like courses there as well. Yeah,
That's brilliant, isn't
it's
it? So
really good.
you haven't got to worry about anything.
No, yeah, no, I have to. I literally just turn up. Everything's in the tool sheds. Every sort of 3 or 6 months, they sort of literally bring like plug plants and give you sort of like what to plant now type of thing. It's just been, I think that's why it's been quite easy, because it's sort of been, especially being in the WhatsApp group and there, everyone's got so much different backgrounds. It's really helpful.
Yeah. I tell you what,
Yeah,
that sounds a good idea for people who don't really know if they want it or
yeah,
not, because
that's it.
that's a lot of to try, just to have one and to try it, to buy all the stuff and to put all the effort in, and then you think, oh, I don't like it.
Yeah,
That's
I
that's
think that's
really
why
that's
I've
really
done
good.
that at the beginning, because my husband at the beginning was like, Steph, like, you sure? You're like, you change your mind so quickly. And I've literally stuck out, and like, yeah, he's the gardener as well. And he was like, Steph, I'm going to be coming down, doing everything. And he hasn't done anything. It's literally all been me. So that's been good.
Nothing wrong.
Yeah.
What? So he's a
So, yeah.
gardener, a professional gardener, or do you mean?
Yeah, to go for my dad's business. So my dad moved back to Sicily about 3 years ago. And then originally he was an accountant before, and just got bored of counting people's money basically. And then took over dad's business, and it's been the best thing ever. So yeah,
Brilliant.
yeah.
Oh, was you a bit scared, a bit wary that he's going to say, "Oh, this is how you do it. Don't do it like this."
He used to, yeah, but that's why I don't get him to come down anymore, because it's like, it's my spot. I do what I want. So yeah, but yeah, if there's been a few times we've been out, he's like, I'm just so proud of Steph, like she's done so well, and I'm just like, I'm not that bad. Yeah.
No, I think you've done really well. I've been
Yeah,
following you now for a few months. I think you've done really, really
yeah.
well.
No, I'm enjoying it. I just don't know what winter's going to bring. That's the only thing. Yeah, everything sort of like July was probably my best month. Everything just sort of just grew. Everything was like amazing, and now I'm just a bit like, oh, but I'm sure it will all fall into place.
What have you got left in?
Brussels.
Oh, yeah, they look fantastic.
Yeah, I'm really surprised them. Brussels, beetroot, and then I've planted my garlic and onions, and that's really it. Really got much else.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
potatoes all had blight, so that was that. Yeah.
potatoes. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to even bother growing potatoes next year. To be honest, they're a lot of hassle for.
Oh really? So I feel like with tomatoes, I feel like they're a lot of hassle.
No, but you can
But
taste
yours
the
is still
difference
going.
of
It's amazing.
tomatoes. Mine are still going
Mm,
really well. Yeah, but
yeah.
I've said it to Mark and everybody else 1,000 times. I don't buy tomatoes from the supermarkets. I just don't do it because
Yeah.
they just taste like
No.
watery, horrible things.
Yeah.
So,
No, I get that.
but yeah, tomatoes are my favourite thing to grow. Definitely. Yeah,
Is it
I
not?
think
Is it quite normal for it to be going so long till like October, November now?
no. They're doing really well, really well. I don't, but it's warm. It's not supposed to be 14, 15 degrees in
Right.
first week of November.
Yeah. Yeah.
Should be snowing by now.
Yeah, very true.
We had
It's
snow
ridiculous.
last year in November.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, we had all that rain, and then we had probably a week or so of dry, in which my garden dried out, and then we had a snow cover, and then it all melted, and my garden flooded again.
God.
You're going to get over that this year, and you might can dig some big holes.
Hopefully.
Mark,
And we'll have a drier winter.
Mark's garden was literally underwater, about a foot of water for the whole winter.
No. But why though? Just
Brilliant.
because of the weather, because of the rain.
Just amount of rain, yeah. And it's like a low point of all my neighbours' gardens, so any rain that fell there ended up in my garden.
Wow.
So it's pretty awful.
You did have a bit of a shit time.
And then it froze when we got some really cold weather, so it was like an ice rink.
Brilliant.
What's been your favourite thing to grow then?
Favourite thing? Good question. Aubergine was fun. Aubergines are really fun to grow.
And what
Sweet corn.
do you call aubergines?
Melanzane.
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 Yeah, I had to Google that earlier because I was like, "That's an aubergine. What's that about?"
Yeah. It's funny that my friend, when I was a kid, people used to come around my house and have dinner, and they'd be like, "What's that?" And I'm like, "Melanzane." And they're like, "What is that?" I'm like, I actually don't know what it is in English. And I think I was like 16 at the time, you know, so I think, how do I not know what it is in English? So yeah, melanzane is aubergine. But yeah, that's my favourite thing to go. Not so favourite, probably sweet corn, because whenever I go to the plot, they're literally like on the floor being eaten by everything else.
Yeah.
It's not us. So that was a real struggle.
They are quite prone to get eaten by lots of things.
Yeah.
Lots of mine got eaten by rats last year.
Yeah.
They were all lovely and ready to go, and they were just half of them probably shredded by rats.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that was not so enjoyable with that one. I think what else? Tomatoes, no. Potato. My spring sort of my summer potatoes were good. But yeah, maybe the aubergines.
You got a greenhouse on the plot then?
No.
Oh, so
No,
they're
I've got
outdoors
one
as
in the
well.
garden that needs to be put up.
So your aubergines are outdoors.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I'm really surprised at them. Yeah, they're outdoors. Everything's outdoors there. Really, I haven't got anything covered apart from the Brussels. But yeah,
That's really good because I struggle with aubergines.
yeah.
I got loads of little diddy ones, but that's about
Did
it.
you?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
might have got that. Mine have only just flowered.
Really?
There's the temperature difference between here and London, doesn't it?
Must be. Oh, funny.
Definitely. So when you got your plot, because it's a posh roots one, is it all ready for you, ready to go?
Yeah. It was. Yeah, everything's all ready to go. Just literally had to turn up and just start planting seeds. Really.
That's amazing because 9 times out of 10, an allotment is like a bomb site, isn't it? When people first get them.
I do think if I was to ever sort of like get like a council one, I don't know if I'd be able to keep up with a lot of the work because it's like I've got like I think it's a 12x3 plot, so I'm able to do that. But when I see people on Instagram, they've got like this massive sort of plot, and I'm just like, I don't know if I could sort of maintain that.
Yeah.
I might struggle with that.
Do you think you want to change?
Probably.
Yeah,
I'm all right at the moment. I'm still on the waiting list from before I went with roots. So I guess if that was to come when and if, then hopefully by then I'll be more experienced and know sort of what to do. So yeah, probably, yeah.
How much is a roots one a year, Steff?
So for my size is £19 a month. The £19 a month.
That's quite a lot in that whole allotment, the allotment scheme, isn't it? Because some of them are £19 a year. You know, even less than that. Some people.
Well, I think because I didn't know all this before, to me, I'm like, oh, that's a bargain. And you get everything included in that. But like, then knowing like what you can pay for the year, it's like, yeah. But then I haven't got I haven't got to worry about tools or anything. Like everything's there.
No, I still think it's good
Yeah.
value because
Yeah.
you haven't got to lug everything
Yeah.
backwards and forwards. And
That's it.
if they're giving you seeds and plug plants and that as
Yeah.
well, that's brilliant.
Yeah, that's it.
Really good. Really.
Do they have personality, the plots, or do they all just people just grow plants? Do people like making them into little gardens?
No, yeah. Some people have like little sheds and stuff on theirs. There is personality. Mine's probably the basic. Everyone's got like little like scarecrows, this and that, but they're all pretty much the same sort of same size. They all sort of look similar because it's the same sort of same size.
Yeah. Oh,
but no.
So they're all 12x3, or could you have?
You can get big ones, you can get smaller ones, but generally, like, yeah, they're all similar. I'm talking about where I'm at the back. They're all sort of the same size. But you can get smaller ones. I was actually thinking of getting a bigger one, but if the ones near me were available, I probably would go for another one. But I don't really want to have one here and then sort of go down a bit. I'd rather be close.
If you got one next door, that'd be all right.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Oh, brilliant. So have you done no dig, or you just?
Yes, there's no. Yeah, I think that they go by no dig. Yeah.
Oh, so the whole thing's no dig. So that's it. So how are you preparing your beds now for next year? Are you mulching? Or?
No, I don't really know much about that, if I'm honest with you. I'm doing research on that, but yeah, I do want to sort of cover the ground up because I've not got everything in. I've still got a lot of space. I do sort of want to cover it all up, but yeah, I need to find time to go down there and do that.
Yeah, that's what you want to do, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Don't leave the beds completely bare. Put some mulch in them, or even cardboard, and then some mulch on top.
Yeah, looking to doing that.
Brilliant. So my other thing I love as well, which you love, is cooking.
Oh, love cooking. I literally, I find it really relaxing. And I think more so now that growing the food, then going home and cooking it. And then, like I said before, getting the girls involved in the cooking. I just really enjoy it. I just find it relaxing.
It's a great feeling, isn't it? Just going and bringing it home and making stuff.
Yeah.
It's really, really good.
Yeah. Even just like going out into like our garden, I had like tomatoes growing and just a little bit, just being able to sort of pop into the garden, grab a few bits and sort of cooking it. It's just, you can't beat it.
Definitely not.
Not.
So you're Italian.
Parents are, I was born here.
Parents are, well, is that class as half Italian? No, you're full. Oh,
yeah,
no.
well, blood's still Italian, but I was born here.
Yeah. So obviously you're Italian. All Italians have got cooking in their blood.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, I'm thinking my sister. Not so much. But yeah, go on. Yeah, mainly, yeah. You sort of grow up with it, I guess, as well. Always sort of grow up around sort of food. Food's like a big thing over there. Like when I go and see my dad, you're having lunch, and then you're talking about what you're having for dinner. Like it's never like you never just rest. It's always like the next meal. So yeah. That's
kind of what it's like on holiday anyway. When you go on holiday anywhere, I think your whole holiday revolves around
probably
food.
Yeah. I know. But yeah, I do find I think even when we're not here and he's there, he's always going. He's sort of out. He's not on holiday. It's been 4 years now. So, but yeah, enjoy cooking. Cooking's my thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That soup you did today looks absolutely lovely.
I know, it was so nice. Done it yesterday, and then sort of done the pumpkin seeds and the croutons, and that sort of finished it off. It was perfect. Just what I needed.
Pumpkin and beetroot.
Yeah, I pickled some beetroot last week, and I had some stems and leaves remaining. I didn't know what to do with them. Normally just sort of fry them off, but I thought I'd add them to the soup, and yeah, it was good. It was a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely love it.
Yeah.
I think that's the best thing. Well, my two favourite things: growing the veg and then bringing it home and cooking it.
Yeah.
You really can't beat it.
Yeah. Just nice. Fantastic. How fresh it is, and you do like you said before, the tomatoes, you do taste like a big difference. Even like we grew cucumbers, the girls definitely preferred the ones that I grew than the ones from the store. You can just tell there's a big difference.
Oh yeah, definitely. Of course there is.
Yeah.
So, you've done some pickled beetroot, haven't you?
Yeah.
Any other preserving?
No, just those at the moment. I don't know what else to do. I did try and do some gherkins, but they didn't really go well. But yeah, I
I've
think
never
now
grown
this should.
gherkins, to be honest.
You are?
I've never grown gherkins, to be honest.
Well, I just assumed they were gherkins because they were like little cucumbers. Are they not gherkins? Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah, they didn't go well. But I do now. This year's have been like a bit of a learning year for me. So next year I want to sort of take more advantage into like pickling and sort of like doing more stuff.
Yeah, so growing for specific reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you got any idea what you want to plant in the spring?
I've started planting some not aubergines, artichoke, but I don't know how that's going to go. Only because I feel like they're sort of just being sort of a bit like attacked at the back of the garden. So I need to sort of like get the greenhouse up, get them put in there. But that's my main thing next year. So I really want to grow artichoke.
Mhm.
I don't know what it's like to grow over here. They look beautiful like when they're flowered, but I actually want to be able to eat them.
Yeah, I've grown them a couple of years, but I never really get them in time. They just go to flower.
Do they? Yeah. So that's my thing next year. I want to be able to do that.
That's probably my fault. I'm just not on the ball enough. Have you ever grown artichokes, Mark?
Yeah, I've got a couple of artichoke plants, but I never know when to harvest it to cook it. I've never eaten it, so I wouldn't know when to harvest it. But I just like the plant.
You've got I like the plant and the leaves and everything's nice, but I think you've got to get them before the purple flower comes on top.
They're beautiful.
And then you have to peel them back and back and back and back, and you just get that little tiny heart.
Heart in the middle, yeah.
They are nice.
Yeah.
I do enjoy them, but I've never successfully. I've grown them, but I've never harvested them at the right time.
Yeah, next year.
What about pumpkins and squash then?
So I didn't do any this year, but I got given a squash, so I've saved the seeds from it. So I'm definitely gonna, and they're just sort of drying out now. And again, that's the first time sort of just getting the saving the seeds and drying them out. So yeah, next year definitely squash. Not really a fan of pumpkins, but definitely squash. I'm gonna try and do.
You see, a lot of people say that, but I can't really notice much difference between them. To be
Really?
honest.
No, yeah, I'm not really a fan. I wish I was, but yeah, squash definitely next year. Do you guys grow pumpkins?
Oh yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I tried.
Much right.
Yeah. I think it'd be a great year after all that rain. It's just not been warm enough.
Should have been. I'm only an hour and a half away from you, and it's lovely and warm here.
Yeah, it's all the difference, that hour and a half.
Where are you guys?
I'm in Norfolk.
Okay, cool.
And I'm in Lincolnshire, further up north.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so I'm about 5 minutes from Sandringham, if you can picture where that is. No.
When I go grab a squash.
Yeah, I grow. Did you not have not seen any of my reels on my squash arch?
No, I did. No, I have seen it. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
yeah, I did.
I love that. That's so the tomatoes and squash are my favourite things. Most favourite things to grow.
Wasn't there like a big, like greeny sort of one as well?
The big warty one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the wart one. Looks like a lemon.
Doesn't it?
It does look like.
They're weird.
Is that not a lemon?
They're like half green, half yellow.
Oh, is it one of them ones? I know what you mean. Yeah. Yeah, definitely my favourite things to grow: squash, pumpkins, and tomatoes. I could never do without them.
It's quite easy to grow them in the arch as well. It is, yeah.
Because they take so much space up on the floor.
Yeah.
Because they'll just go and go and go. Before you know it, they'll overrun your whole bloody plot.
That's it.
And
that's probably the reason why I
find them.
Yeah. Probably a reason why I never done it as well, because I've heard it takes up a lot of space that I probably didn't have enough space there.
You have to get a little arch.
I do want to start growing like vertically, just for space really.
That's the main thing. Definitely get your squashes up an arch.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
And friends of mine this year, that was their first year of a little allotment. Well, it's still in the garden really. And they wanted to do squash, and I said, just put one of those. Was it last
Yeah.
year, Mark? Everybody got the Wilkinson's arches, the little two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before they went bust.
Yeah, but they found one very similar to that. It's only 1.2 meters across,
Yeah.
and they grew butternut squash at that, both sides, and they had about 10 squashes off it. It's
And then
brilliant.
do you have to have a net to sort of stop them from falling down, or?
Not really, no, because they got the little tendrils and they cling on.
Okay.
Or you can
Some of mine,
put some wire.
you can put
like
some extra
big
bits
wire.
in there so it can grab, yeah.
Okay.
But I had some of my pumpkins. Well, the biggest one was that big peanut one.
Yeah.
I don't know how, but you can't see both of my hands, but it was huge,
Yeah.
probably bigger than a basketball.
What did you do with it?
That's stored. It's in the shed, still sitting there ready.
Nice.
I've got
My
still.
feet yet.
No, they're in the hot hut, not in that shed. But yeah, I've probably still got 20 different squash in there. I've got to start working my way through them.
How long will they last for?
All for a year,
Oh, really?
easy.
Yeah.
If they don't get mouldy, or
Yeah.
keep them nice. You just grown eaten one, Mark, and a year old.
Well, we carved a
Wow.
pumpkin which I grew last year, and it's just sat
Pretty cool.
outside all year. So yeah,
Oh,
they last
nice.
ages.
Yeah.
Is that
that's good to know.
outside?
Yeah, I brought it in for winter, and then as soon as it started to warm up again, I just put it in a shaded spot outside.
Really?
Yeah, and it's just been fine.
Yeah. So if you get them, if you store them
Mm.
well, make sure there's no damage on them or anything like that, they'll store indefinitely. Really.
Yeah.
And the tromboncino squash, they last ages as
Are
well.
they the long ones?
Yeah.
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 They're
Once
brilliant.
they've hardened,
Yeah.
I've had them last over a year as well.
Yeah, definitely.
To that.
But they just go like a butternut squash, don't they? They turn brown and go really solid, like butternuts. They're always good to
Yeah.
grow. You should be able to grow one of them.
Yeah.
Them growing down.
I live in Steff. I keep seeing them.
Yeah.
I didn't
And
know
you
there
can
was a
have them
squash.
small as well. You can have them as a small thing, as a courgette, and then you let them get big and they're a squash.
Yeah.
Ah.
Like a multi-functional fruit.
Yeah.
But nobody ever eats them small. They want them to get as big as you possibly can.
Yeah. I've done courgettes this year. They just kept coming out my ears. There's so many of them.
How many?
I think I'm like,
Sorry.
I actually got bored.
we
of them.
keep, Steph, we keep talking about all these vegetables we're growing, and every time you mention something, Mark struggles.
I've had a disaster.
How many courgettes did you grow this year, Mark?
Oh.
Sorry.
Slugmageddon.
Oh,
They kept eating little plants early on, so I kept having to resow, and it just took ages for them to get going. Told you next year you're growing them for me, and then I'm going to come and collect the plants when they're nice and
okay. We'll do that, no problem. I don't touch wood again. I don't get that much. I had a bit of a few slugs, but not as much as the rest of the world.
We got poor Jo on the comment saying that she's just checked her greenhouse and she's taken 3 slugs off her sweet peas again. It's starting already.
Did you have slug problems, Steph?
Not at the plot, no. No.
Wow.
I think at home, yeah, but at the plot, no. Mainly just sort of like, I guess, mice and birds and whatever stuff there. But no, luckily, theirs been alright.
And so you've netted your Brussels sprouts, I guess. Did you grow any other brassicas, cabbages and cauliflowers and things?
Yes, I done broccoli.
Okay.
Broccoli's one, right?
Yeah.
And then done some cabbage as well. Just those 3.
And they come out all right. Brilliant.
And
See, I struggle with brassicas.
I didn't know I had to cover them. So every time I'd go, they would literally just being eaten by something. And then I didn't think by covering them they would grow back and do well, but they did. So so that's good. So I think that's why the Brussels are doing well, because they've been covered throughout the whole time.
Are they covered with a really fine
mesh,
or is it quite? Yeah, so that's
really fine.
That's to stop the caterpillars, because that was my nemesis.
Really?
Bloody cabbage white butterflies. Oh, millions and millions of caterpillars just munching away for everything.
Yeah, no, luckily been alright. Is that the key then? Sort of the thinner one, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
quite a fine quite a fine
completely
mesh.
enclosed as well. If you leave any little gap, they seem to just find their way in.
They will.
Sort like that. But yeah, no,
And you've got to keep the net away from the actual leaves because they'll just land on it and poke their
Put the eggs in.
backsides through it and squirt the eggs on. Yeah.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna make a big effort to do brassica next year. I don't want to make a brassica cage or have nets because I think it takes away from the look of it. Because I like my garden to look nice as well. It's when you got the arch, it looks really nice.
Yeah.
But I always think nets and cages make it look a bit. But I'm gonna have to if I ever want to grow any decent.
What would you grow?
Similar to what you just said, yeah. Broccoli, purple sprouting broccoli.
Yeah.
Brussels. I've never grown a Brussels in my life. Never. That's why when I saw yours last week, I was just absolutely amazed.
Yeah.
They're brilliant.
I know. Looking forward to harvesting them.
Yeah. Well, I tell a lie. I've grown a couple of little red cabbages. They got to about that big.
Yeah.
About cricket ball size, but they still tasted nice.
The slugs get them as well. I've grown them and had the slugs like right in the middle of the hearts, just their way through them.
No way.
Jesus.
Leave them alone.
Unbelievable, isn't it? They've been pain in the backside for most people. So, have you using any chemicals or fertilizers or anything like that? Or
No,
just...
at Roots, you're not allowed anything there.
Good.
It's all natural. Yeah. So yeah, no, I haven't used anything either at home. I haven't used anything. So yeah, no, nothing there. But yeah, what did the chemicals do? Is literally just kill the slugs,
everything.
Well, like weeds as well, or yeah.
Different ones will kill, your weeds, your plants, your slugs, your insects.
But then doesn't that go on like the vegetables as well?
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's the main reason most people
spray our food with it.
Yeah. That's why most people grow their own food, so they know there's no chemicals being on it.
Yeah, makes sense. But no, nothing. Yeah, I wouldn't even know what to use, for honest. It's all. Do you ever use like that, like when they put like cotton wool or like things around to stop bugs, or do you not use anything?
Yeah, I've tried all bits and bobs, and tried the copper scouring pads.
Right. Yeah.
No, copper scour. The ones that look like a donut.
Sure.
Yeah, take them off and put them around plants. You never know whether they work or they don't, do you? Because you don't know how bad it was or wasn't before anyway. But lots of people swear by different things. But I'm sure I've seen slugs go up one plant across a leaf and back down on another one. So
they'll find a way.
And they come up out of the ground anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, they live under the ground.
Yeah.
That's mad.
Some of them anyway. So what's your home garden like, Steff?
Not the best. Very small. Still needs a lot of work. Got a greenhouse not a couple of weeks ago and just needs to put that up. Just trying to find the time and also trying to get my husband to do it. Just I've got a lot of Facebook markets, like there's no instructions. We're just like, right, how are we going to actually put this together? But yeah, that needs to go up. But gardens, yeah, just small. I just done tomatoes there this year, carrots. I've done in pots as well. I can't seem to like broad beans here. We're just getting absolutely sort of eaten by something. Don't know what, maybe slugs, and they were covered as well. But I can't seem to. I feel like I can't really grow a lot here. But at the allotment, I seems to be better. Don't know why that is.
Different places will have different pests, won't they? That's the thing.
Good.
So have you got just your garden at home? Is it a bit of lawn and then some borders and plants and things, or
exactly that? Yeah, and then space at the back where this greenhouse will eventually go. But yeah, just quite simple lawn, and then sort of stuff like flower beds on the sides and that.
Do you take any interest in the ornamental plants, or is it just veggies?
So mainly veggies, but I do want to get into a bit more flowers next year. We've got like a shaded area. I want to do a bit of research of like what flowers would be good sort of in a shaded area and sort of just take a bit more, just make it look pretty. Because at the moment it just doesn't. So yeah, I do want to look into flowers next year.
I bet you've been seeing lots of dahlias and things on
Yeah,
Instagram.
yeah, loads.
Homo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just for the last couple of months, it's just been a wash of dahlias, isn't it?
Yeah.
Everywhere.
And like this, like lasagna sort of planting, sort of
Bulb
bulb
planting.
planting. Yeah,
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Well, you can do that easy. I'm going to do my lasagna in the next week or so.
Yeah.
Mine to do as well. Nice selection we got from Simply Seeds.
Yeah, we did. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, really nice.
And then what do you do? Do you, sort of, do you mulch it and then sort of keep it protected, then it comes out in spring, or what do you do?
Just
Yeah.
get it planted up and leave it.
Nice.
That's
You
it.
can put like some holly on top of it to try and stop, because squirrels and stuff tend
Oh
to
wow,
go for you.
that's a good
Got
idea.
squirrels about,
Yeah,
so people put like holly leaves on the surface just to stop the bulbs
Oh,
getting eaten.
yeah. I saw somebody do that yesterday. What was that?
Can't remember.
that's a fab idea. I thought about that.
Yeah, spiky. Just stop. They don't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But they are. There's so many people lose bulbs to blooming
squirrels,
squirrels.
rabbits,
Yeah.
depending on what you've got in your area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Foxes.
Mine's more when they flower and then the muntjac deer get them. I hate that. A couple of years ago, I must have spent, I don't know, 60 quid on bulbs for this small front border. It's tiny. It's literally 4 meters by about a meter long, just in front of our wall. And they was all coming up, and every single morning, then the new one come out, and the heads are gone. It's just so demoralising.
As I stop now, then.
Yeah, because I ain't put any more in.
I'm amazed they come round to your garden. You've got a wall around it.
But that's the little wall, outside that wall. You know where the front lawn is, the big lawn.
Okay.
There's a little tiny patch there. That's where I put all the posh bulbs.
Okay.
I just put daffodils in because they don't eat anything yellow.
Yeah.
Blooming things. So are you in London? Did you say, Steff?
Yeah.
What in London?
No, so like South London, like Coulsdon way. So it's like the nearest place you'll probably know is Croydon. That's probably the
Heard of Croydon?
Yeah,
Everyone's
of
heard
course,
of Croydon.
everyone does. But I'm probably like 20 minutes away, thank God, out from there.
Right.
So, yeah.
Okay.
So that's why I'm like, London. It's not really London, but it's then it's Surrey, but it's not like the nice part of Surrey. So.
So do you get? I bet you don't get much wildlife in your garden then, or do you?
Not really, no. I don't really get much, to be honest with you. I always see that where the allotment is, because it's like in the middle of a field, you do get a lot of you get deers out there.
Yeah.
Like it is really pretty.
Mm.
It's lovely. But no, not much here, to be fair.
It's pretty until they come in and eat everything.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Mm.
But no.
I bet you get quite a few foxes though. Every time I go to London, I see
you hear them as well.
urban foxes running around.
Yeah, you do. And you see hedgehogs as well, to be fair. Yeah, a lot of hedgehogs. But yeah, mainly foxes probably, and rats.
Everybody gets rats.
I know.
Size of foxes.
So what any more cooking happening?
No, not at the moment. I haven't got anything else to cook now. That was it until I go. Yeah, I think that's pretty much everything done. Apart from the Brussels. We want to try and find a recipe to do the Brussels. I think that's the only thing now. I think you can pickle them.
Pickle Brussels.
Yeah, one of the girls that I follow, she said to me that you can pickle Brussels. I'm gonna look into that.
Oh my god! I've never heard of that.
No, right, it sounds amazing. I might give that a go.
Cook them with a bit of bacon on Christmas Day.
I know. Nice and simple.
That's about it. Yeah.
Need some parsnips. That's another good thing for us for winter.
Yeah.
I did them. I've done parsnip soup with them.
Oh, you've grown some?
Yeah, but I took them all out. When was it? I think it was like September time, I think. I took them all out.
Wow.
Yeah, they've done well. My carrots aren't doing so well, but They're just really small.
And this, you still got some in there?
Yeah.
Just leave them.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. So you said the girls like going down there. What do you get them doing?
They came and planted some garlic and like the garlic and onions for me, and then try and get them to help with the weeds. Really, like just pick that green thing, pick that, and it's doing it.
When they start pulling the carrots out. No, not that one.
There's been a few times. Like fennel, like when I grew the fennels, like is it called the fawns or the fongs on them?
Prongs,
The
yeah.
young kids go up there and just literally should just eat them. I'm like, how can you do that? She loved it. Yeah.
Consider all these things that keep cropping up. I've grown fennel, I've grown
Yeah.
parsnips.
I know, I have done quite a lot. Yeah, that's why I'm a bit like, I just feel like it's like the first year luck. I keep hearing about next year, so we'll see.
No, it's all superstition.
Yeah. So.
No,
Is there anything you've grown that you don't like?
Courgettes.
Courgettes.
Yeah.
Too many.
Too many. Yeah, and I wouldn't really go before I had the allotment. I wouldn't really go to the shops to buy. When I planted them, I thought they were Brussels. I wasn't expecting them to be courgettes. So it was a big surprise when I got there and saw that, and just how many there were of them. So I was a bit disappointed, but obviously very grateful that they were growing. So yeah.
See, I would have thought you being Italian, you'd love courgette, zucchinis.
Yeah, it's all right. A few little dishes, but we just try and think of sort of different. I was getting a bit bored with just trying to find different recipes all the time. Because I was actually just giving them to friends and family, which absolutely loved it. They loved it. So
I love them when they're only about the size of your finger, tiny little, really.
Courgettes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like them sort of when they go bigger.
When they get big, they're all watery and horrible.
Yeah, that's it. That's what I found.
There's no point.
Yeah. Yeah. That's how I found. But I do want to try and start doing like broad beans and all those type of like beans and peas. Yeah, I haven't done them. I tried to, and it was a big fail. So I do want to try again next year doing them.
So beans, you mean runner beans or things like blocky beans?
A bit of both, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've had all my beans this year. I've hardly had any of the beans as like runner beans. I've just left them. They've all gone to pod, and I've just taken all the dry beans out. So I've got a big jar of dry beans to add to things.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Rather than just using runner beans. They're all right, but I'm not over keen on them as in the green pod thing.
Yeah. Make more use of it that way. Yeah, makes sense. And then could you use them as well when they're dry? Could you use them for next year to replant again? Yeah. Perfect.
You can.
Yeah.
So we had a chat. Go on, Matt, sorry.
Sam Bedford in the comments said, I made courgette fries for lunch for about 2 weeks on end, and now I never want to see them again.
Literally the same, Sam.
Oh, God. I even bought one of them.
Spiralizer.
I haven't used it. It's still in the box. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, we had a chat a couple of weeks back about we said we're going to do a bit of a grow along next year of lentils.
Yeah,
that's going to be good.
They look quite easy to grow from what I've seen. So yeah, I definitely want to do it. It seems a bit of a faff sort of getting the lentils when they're all grown, but no, yeah, lentils is a good one.
How do lentils?
So what do you mean?
Are they a bean?
They're a pulse, aren't they? So they will be similar to a bean, yeah.
Okay.
But
I think that they grow more like they don't grow up. They don't grow up a teepee or anything. Yeah. They're like a bush variety.
But they're not in pods though, are they? Either.
I don't know.
No, I don't think. No, I think it's the individual sort of little lentil in them.
So you need to grow about an acre full to get one meal.
Your entire allotment.
Fun.
I tell you what, I wouldn't mind trying as well. Chickpeas.
I grew them in 1 year. They're a really pretty plant. Really pretty.
Did you get any chickpeas though?
Yeah,
You did?
loads. Yeah, I ate them green.
Oh,
They were quite nice.
wow.
How was your stomach?
Fine.
Yeah, so we definitely do the lentils
Yeah.
in the
That'd be-
spring, and maybe try some chickpeas as well.
They're like little brains.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can see that.
I
Definitely.
love chickpeas. Love making hummus.
Oh, yeah. That's a good shout.
Can't
Do they
beat
grow
that.
quite big though? Are the chickpeas, are they like individuals as well? Or are they in pods or?
They're in pods, but they're only like 3 or 4 in a pod. But they're quite small plants. They're only about that sort of size. By about that,
Oh,
they're quite
yeah.
bushy little
Yeah.
plants.
That's good to know.
Yeah,
Has anyone grown quinoa? I enjoyed growing them. They look great. Not a huge
quinoa?
harvest. Quinoa.
Quinoa. I haven't, no, but that's a grain, isn't it?
Yeah, that's amaranthus,
That's
isn't it? Is the plant?
that is, yeah.
Quinoa.
It's related to the amaranthus, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I've still got mine out there now, which I suppose I could harvest the grain off. Got dangly. What is he doing? Got a dangly. Like, it looks a bit like millet. You know, when the flower, the seed head dangles down on the amaranthus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess they're just like around the flower than the actual ricey type things.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not one I've grown before either.
No. That quinoa sounds like I might save a bed for a few weird things.
Have a trial thing
Yeah.
of weird things. I tend to try and do like one weird thing every year to see whether you can do it. I really want to try those bottle gourds next year. They seem to be really easy to grow, a lot easier than loofah.
To make bird houses.
Bird houses, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're funky, those.
Yeah, they look nice, don't they? That'd be good. Well, saying that, you could just chuck them over the arch with everything else.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know whether they're a greenhouse one or not, because if they're in a similar family to the loofah, depends how nice a summer we get. If it's like this year, they'll never grow.
Yeah.
No, it's been awful. Absolutely awful.
My loofahs are rotting now.
My loofah hadn't done anything.
It's not looking very happy.
What size? How big did it get to?
Got to about that.
I've never been able to do it. 3 years on the trot now I've tried, and they never get more than about a foot tall.
The best I've done in terms of the plant, but it's just so late.
Yeah.
It's not been warm enough.
Everything's been late, isn't it? You think? I reckon the reason why the tomatoes are still going in my greenhouse because they didn't do anything for months.
Yeah.
They were so late to start.
Yeah.
And now we've not got the daylight hours that they need to do what they're supposed to be doing.
No. I think I'm gonna have more off soon. Well, not this weekend because I'm away, but I'm just gonna have it all out, and I might even start deconstructing the greenhouse.
What have you got in there?
In the greenhouse, tomatoes, cucumbers, chilies are still. Oh, my chilies are still ripening in the
Your
greenhouse.
cucumbers are still going.
Cucumbers are still going. There's no more coming.
Yeah.
They're just still growing. So I think there's 3 or 4 still on there. Yeah, but I noticed yesterday, but chilies are still.
See that?
What is it?
Got
Is that a little loofah? Brilliant.
They're just scrambling around on the ground at the moment.
It's ridiculous, isn't it? Because it's so bloody warm.
Yeah, other than that week we had when it got cold, it's been so mild.
Yeah. Just messing everything up.
Jenny says her loofah's still in the packet.
So what's the allotment for next year? Or allotment for now? So what you got to do? You got to get up there and harvest.
Cover it really now.
You want to cover it?
Yeah, harvest the beetroot, pickle them, harvest some Brussels and just basically cover everything else up.
So you're gonna leave it for the winter,
Yeah,
and then get back in the spring,
that's the plan. Yeah, yeah.
and then go hell for leather.
Hopefully, yeah.
Uh,
We'll see what happens. But yeah, and then to start like sowing some seeds from home, hopefully for spring. Really.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Get your greenhouse up, and you'll be well away.
So yeah, that's what needs to go up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Excellent.
Make everything easier if you've got a greenhouse to be so
Yeah,
down the plot.
yeah,
It sure does.
that's it. Just having everything all in one place would just sounds lovely. So yeah, that's the
Saying
goal.
that, if they give you plug plants at the allotment, that's brilliant.
No, they do. I think it's really, really helpful. That just literally plant it and that's it. But yeah, no.
Oh, brilliant. Excellent.
It's shaking.
Have you still got fireworks going?
I can't hear any, but because I've been talking, I can't hear any.
Yeah,
Stopped here. About 8:30, 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
So Mark has a lightning round of questions, which everybody seems to hate. Don't they, Mark?
Hate it. They love it. The most stressful part of the evening.
Get your lightning round. Get your lightning round out.
So the first one, nice and tricky to start off with. Tea or coffee?
Oh, coffee all day.
Excellent. I knew that from our text exchange earlier.
Yeah, coffee all day.
Flowers or edibles?
Edibles.
But you want to do a bit more flowers?
Yeah.
We'll start some flowers.
Yeah.
Might change next year.
Yeah.
Beach or forest?
Oh, forest. But only recently, maybe this year, forest. If you asked me last year, I'd say beach. Forest.
Slowly changing.
Yeah.
What's your go-to emoji on a text message?
The one that the eye roll one.
Who's getting the rolling eyes?
Everyone.
I think I had that today when I said, "Come on, Steff." What did I say? What did I say?
Share it.
Share my story. She went,
Fine.
yes.
I need to start using that one for you, Jamie.
Yeah.
If you could only have one snack for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Olive.
Oh, lovely. Which ones?
I like all olives.
All the olives.
All the olives in the world.
I do like an olive.
Good snack.
Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Oof. What's your dog's name, by the way?
Vita.
Vita.
Yeah. People always think it's Peter or pizza. No, it's Vita with a V.
Peter. Peter the dog.
Right, Peter.
Finish the sentence. My perfect day would be.
Oh God. Kid free. Means I can go down to the plot and do a lot more.
You love them, really.
Yeah, and I do. God, I do.
Sowing seeds or potting on?
Sowing seeds.
Good choice. Spring or summer?
Spring.
I think spring is definitely winning.
It
Isn't
is. It is. Yeah, I thought you'd have said summer being
I do like
Italian.
summer. Yeah, I do like summer, but I just find spring's a bit underrated. I think.
Well, it's just after winter, isn't it? You're so sick of it being cold, and then it's like, oh, it's coming.
Yeah.
It's nearly here.
That's it.
Today's favourite plant?
What I've grown?
Or just
Anything.
in general? If you've seen anything that you like today, or
No, I can't think of anything.
Right, what's your
Apart
favourite thing you've grown on the plot then this year?
favourite thing?
Not
Probably the
necessarily
aubergine.
tasted.
Aubergines.
Oh yeah, definitely aubergine.
Yeah.
Go on, give us the Italian because it's better.
Melanzane.
Unlimited compost or unlimited seed?
Oh, unlimited compost.
Probably.
Yeah, everyone says that.
And finally, if you could choose one plant to describe yourself, what would it be?
Melanzana.
Keep it nice and simple, melanzane. Thanks for that.
No, go on, sorry.
I would go for that one. You helped me out with that one. I couldn't. We would have been here for a while. Me thinking. So yeah, it's perfect.
There's an emoji for that as well.
Whoa, hold on. Oh dear. Oh, brilliant. Thanks ever so much, Steph. That's been
Thanks
really
for
good.
having me.
No, I can't wait to see what goes on next year.
I know.
Mm.
Exciting times are coming. Be good.
Yeah.
Discover
Make sure you
somebody new to follow.
Keep posting lots of pictures so we can see what you're up to.
Yes, I shall do. Thanks for having me, guys.
No, thank you for coming on.
And having
It's been really, really
the
good.
rest of your evening.
And you?
Yeah, try and get the dogs to bed.
See you, Peter.
See you, Peter. Bye.
Night.
See you later.
See you. Bye.
It's always interesting listening to, I don't want to say newbies because I'm not, it's not as if I'm a grandmaster at it or anything, but it's, people who are just starting out.
It's rare to find new people that are new, as in not new to me, but fairly new to Instagram and growing as well.
Yes.
It's nice to see them and give them advice and see how they're doing things. So yeah, it's always nice to have the spectrum of people, experts, newbies.
And I think it's good because he's had a really good year this year. If it had been a crap year the first year, that must put you.
I think
dishearten you.
Probably a lot
massively.
of people that give up.
Yeah.
If they've had a tough. I mean, if you had a year like, I know I've had some successes, but I think if you'd had a year like what I've had, you'd probably say, is it worth it? Especially if you were paying 20 odd quid a month for the privilege. I've got quite a good situation where it's just the bottom of my garden.
Exactly.
If you were paying for the privilege of trying to grow stuff and all you had was slugs eating everything, you'd just be like, really?
But because you know what you've done it and you've had the really good years, and you love it. You just take it on the chin and think, oh, what should we do next year?
And I think the fact that I've had such a good year for potatoes, such a good year for asparagus, tomatoes, it just makes it worthwhile. And you know, it's not something you're doing wrong. Sometimes it's just the weather. You can't control it. It's out of your control. What happened to my veg garden over the winter was out of my control. I know I can do stuff to alleviate that, hopefully. But yeah, I just need to start from scratch again, basically, and build it back up to what it was before. But I mean, the thing is the COVID era, my veg garden exploded because I put more beds in to try and grow as much stuff as possible because we were all worried whether we were actually going to have any food. And actually, what I probably needed to do the year after was scale it back a bit and almost get back to basics. Because I think I just got carried away with it all.
Yeah.
Trying to do too much and not having the time that I had during COVID. Although, I've got a similar amount of time, but I haven't because we weren't going out anywhere over COVID. Like we all just, any time that you weren't at work, we were in the garden.
Exactly, that's it. Yeah.
Whereas now we go on days out. You go out for, lunch somewhere, and you just don't have the same quality time in the garden, and you don't, everybody else isn't in the garden with you helping as well.
Yeah, that's the same as me because I wasn't on furlough or anything. I had a few weeks off at the beginning,
Yeah,
and that's when I made my first allotment. But I was back to work then because I was allowed.
yeah.
But I had more time because, like I say, when I come home from work,
Oh,
you
that's
can't
it.
you can't you can't go to the pub, you can't walk around town, you couldn't do anything. So
You're not going
yeah,
on holiday. You're not going
no,
to gigs.
yeah,
You're not going to London. You just literally any free time you had,
yeah.
you were
So
out in your
I
garden.
think definitely Steph starting with the smaller plot. I say smaller. There's still, what was it, 12? There's still 36 square meters. It's still big.
Well, it's 12 by
12
3.
by
So
3.
it's 4 meters bigger than the polytunnel that I'm building. So that's a really decent size
Yeah,
amount of space,
yeah,
especially for a beginner as well.
exactly.
What
Yeah, I think the roots thing is sounds like it's a really good thing.
yeah,
And yeah, of course if they are providing all that, they have to charge a bit more, don't they?
yeah. Kia's garden said it's her first year having an allotment, and she's had a really good first year as well.
Oh,
So,
brilliant. That's good.
great to hear. It's always nice to hear people having successful years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Kia, follow me if you don't already. I'd like to keep have a look at new people, see what they're doing. I don't know whether you do or not. I can't see any blooming comments again. I haven't seen any all night. Have you seen Kim in here tonight?
Yeah, Kim just replied to Kia saying that's great to
Oh,
hear. Let me just go back. Kim also said newbie gardeners should not give up.
no, no. But I suppose it's hard if, like you said, if you had that bad year, that first year, you think, well, if this is what it's going to be like, there's no point. I put all that effort in and get nothing out. But then if you get the bug,
Yeah, Kim's comment was so many people hearing gardening is good for mental health. Stress in the first year of growing, it's such a shame that when they give up.
yeah, that's
But yeah, I
the
think
thing.
that root scheme, although it's quite expensive, I think for people that are literally going into it from nothing,
Yeah,
I think it's a great idea because they
it's
give you
brilliant.
all that tuition and stuff like that into how to do it. And then, like you say, if you feel the confidence, you can then get a
Yeah.
proper allotment,
Mm.
and then, go it alone a bit more and expand your knowledge. But I think, yeah, from a starting point, I think they're
But
brilliant.
if you don't enjoy it, there's nothing lost really. It's only the monthly fee that you've paid for however long,
Yeah, and you
and that's it.
haven't gone out and bought all the tools and
Exactly.
everything else, which is
Yeah.
probably, you'd easily spend 20 quid a month on all that lot.
Mm.
So actually, they're probably quite good value, really, when you think
And it
about it.
sounds like she's grown a hell of a lot, to be honest, and lots of good stuff. So a lot of that money she's putting into it, £20 a month, she's not been buying a veg. So
Yeah, shut
it's
it.
definitely worth it.
Leanne says, we have lots of starter plots on our site. They're great, and it's always nice to see those take the larger plots on afterwards.
Yeah.
See, I think all plots should really have that, shouldn't they? They should almost have like a beginner patch that you have for a year.
That makes sense, doesn't it?
If you like it and you enjoy it, rather than giving these bloody huge sites that are absolutely overgrown and you just kill yourself trying to keep on top of it.
That's a lot of the thing. I think, like I said, when we were talking to Steff about the council ones, when you first get them and they're just an absolute bomb site, that to start with is a struggle to get through getting, something usable, really.
Just to get, the bare earth.
Yeah.
To actually plant something.
Where somebody's paid up for a year and then not even been down there and not touched it.
Yeah.
But then I suppose the allotment, the council have to give them notice of so many months and all that, so they can't just. Yeah, that'd just be hard work to start with.
Kia said, I have a big long plot. I prepared half this year and built my orchard. That sounds brilliant.
Orchard, wow. Yeah, that sounds good.
Leanne said, they're also as cheap as chips, $5 a year, so you don't if you don't catch the bug, then you've not really lost anything.
£5 a year.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Wow.
brilliant, isn't it? And they'll get all that advice from all the other plot holders as well. You know, I think that community of having an allotment is probably the most valuable part of having an allotment.
That's our age-old thing, isn't it? About having that, you know, being somewhere where you can chat to other gardeners is, you know, a good thing.
Well, I think that's the biggest problem with just everything now. We just lose that knowledge of older people, like farmers not passing on their farms, and you know, gardeners not passing stuff on. And it's so sad when that knowledge is lost, because we've gone from everybody living off the land to virtually nobody living off of it, and we've just lost that knowledge in less than 100 years. It's just gone.
Way less than that.
Yeah, and we all crave it so much without realising it. And then the people that discover it go bloody nuts on it because it's like a drug to them.
Amazing. I can remember. So it's been in my lifetime that my dad had an allotment, my granddad had an allotment, you know, but it's just nowhere near as popular now. I think it was over lockdown, wasn't it? Everybody was desperate because you were allowed to get out and go to your allotment as much as you liked. But you know, I got my bug from my granddad and dad, and then it disappeared again when girls and football and things come along for several years, and then it'll come back again.
Well, it's the supermarkets as well. That's just, you know, you used to have greengrocers that got it from the local farmer and all that, and the supermarkets have just blown everything out of the water, haven't they? And then demand everything cheaper, so they buy it from abroad. As wonderful as supermarkets are, they've ruined a lot of things for a lot of people.
But it's a vicious circle, isn't it? Because where do you go now? There's no greengrocers anymore, is there?
There's no butcher.
I know there's farm shops in a lot of places, but which is lovely, but they're bloody expensive.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's all, you know, it's all organically grown, you know, lovely stuff. But
well, the problem
I don't
is if you want locally produced food, it costs more. Yeah. It's a simple fact. It's not. I mean, some farm shops probably do make a lot of money out of it, but at the end of the day, supermarkets are charging too little for food.
Yeah. And that's what you get used to. So when you see that bag of carrots for 79p in the supermarket, and then you go into the farm shop and you see a bunch of green, you know, with the green on still for about £4, you think, bloody hell. But we all know they'll taste better, and they've had no chemicals on them.
But then maybe that's what needs to happen. Maybe food does need to be more expensive so that people go, actually, I'm going to grow some myself to save some money. So it's not about, you know, that's the age-old thing people always say, isn't it, with gardening and growing your own. People are like, well, it's cheaper to go buy it from Sainsbury's. Well, what if it isn't? What if you do, you know, what if it is better for better value to grow your own? That's when things will start to change. And
I've had people come around and see mine and say, "Oh, it looks amazing, beautiful," but it is all peanuts, cheap in Tesco's. But then you go through the whole thing of all tasting it, and there's no chemicals and this, and it's not just that. I enjoy being out there. That's my downtime as well, and all that.
Yeah.
And then they start going, "Oh yeah, I see what you mean now." Yeah.
I think that's the other sad thing, that in the past the poor lived off the land.
Yeah.
Whereas now poor people tend to have no land to grow anything. So they're the ones that suffer the most, because they wouldn't even be able to grow any of their own food. So then they're stuck, you know, buying cheap food from the supermarkets, which is bad for their health, and it's just a vicious circle, isn't it? Yeah. People are trapped. I just want to go back and read one comment because it was really nice. Kia's Garden again said, "I've learned so much the past 8 months following and watching your weekly lives, so thank you."
Lovely.
Say?
Yeah, very nice. Thank you, Kia.
Jenny Wren said, I will not buy supermarket vegetables, market vegetables, etc. I don't want any chemicals. I don't like carbon footprint. Eat seasonally.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard, isn't it? It really is. I mean, I've been buying potatoes. That's the only thing I've been buying from the supermarket. But 2 bowls.
Can't make up his mind.
Oh,
I don't know what your problem is with potatoes. I just chuck them in the pots, top up the soil, and then leave them. Like, I've still got main crop potatoes that I haven't even harvested. At the weekend, I was harvesting my Charlotte potatoes, which are new potatoes.
I
just
must
been
admit,
sat.
I've still got, because I've done them sacks, didn't I? I've still got 3 or 4 sacks there I need to empty. But I won't be doing that next year because that was, I think, because they dried out too much in the sacks. But I'll have to do pots. But I think it's me again wanting the look as well. I want it to look nice.
Well, you need them. Where you need to have them is where your polytunnels are. Just get some big pots and just stand them around there, because then you've got your veg garden that looks nice and pretty,
Yeah.
and then you've got your potatoes over there, and they just store. Like, I don't lift them.
No.
I just dig them up when I need them. And then if I've got any that are still in the pots when it starts to get really cold, if that ever happens, I'll bring them into the polytunnel, and then you've got them protected rather than trying to store them.
My Christmas potatoes are gone from that one frost we had about 3 weeks ago. Gone. Had the tops off.
Got blight, so I doubt there's anything under the soil. I think they got probably 6 weeks of growing.
Yeah, yeah, same as me. Yeah, they're not even worth digging up. But yeah, that one bit of a frost we got just had them.
Yeah, but I should still have some main crop that I did at the beginning of the year.
Yeah,
at Christmas, hopefully. So fingers crossed. It'll be one of the only things I've got on the Christmas table. Maybe some beetroot.
I've got loads of parsnips. My parsnip year this year has been really, really good because I've struggled with parsnips up until this year.
I forget every year to sow my parsnips. I did some at work and I forgot to do them at home. Every year.
Every year up until now, I've had such a poor germination. Terrible.
Have you pulled any yet? Are they nice and straight, or are they forked?
No, they're good. All good. Carrots are brilliant.
Is that in plant growth? That's strange, because usually rich soil makes them even more forked.
No, perfect. Absolutely lovely. The only forked ones I've got are the ones that I got as seedlings. They're not worth. Never ever buying carrot or parsnip seedlings again, because you put them in and they just
wiggly. Jenny Wren says, have you tried growing them under peas? Works great. Nitrogen fixed in the soil with them, and the peas shelter from strong sun, and ground holds the moisture.
Growing what under peas?
Potatoes.
Potatoes. No, I haven't, to be honest. But yeah, I want to. I'll have to do it in tubs.
Yeah, it's definitely
big tubs.
Even buckets. I just use builders buckets for a lot of them.
Yeah.
I use builders buckets for the new potatoes because they're smaller, and just start with that much compost in, and then fill it up to the top.
Yeah.
And then once the foliage goes over, just tip it out. And there's usually a fairly decent harvest in there, probably 20 potatoes in each bucket, and probably put 2 or 3 seed potatoes in each bucket. And that always seems to work for me. And then at the end of the year, I use that soil to top my beds up, and then put fresh compost in every year, so that you're not getting that build up of anything.
Yeah.
And the other reason for doing that is the fact that you actually find all the potatoes, whereas if you put them in beds, you end up leaving one tiny little one, and you've got 3 potatoes growing everywhere, haven't you?
I tell you what, Jerusalem artichokes are like that. Oh my God, I've got millions of them. Absolutely millions. Why don't my comments ever work?
Kim said the potatoes on your fence may have noticed, or does she mean bench? The potatoes on your fence may have noticed the gravitational pull wasn't as strong. They knew they were in the air and didn't like it. How's that for a theory?
Because they're raised off the floor, aren't they? So I can still cut the lawn underneath it.
Okay, so she did mean bench, not fence.
Yes, Kim, that's a good theory. But saying
Okay,
that, I've had some. Every time I tip a bag out, there's a couple of meals worth in there. But I just think there could have been more for the amount of soil in there. But I just think they dried out too much.
Yeah.
Because the sacking.
Yeah, definitely try pots next year. Don't give up.
No, I won't. Okay. Right, Mr. Mark.
It's time for tea.
I forget. No, I've had it. Didn't go to the pub, so I've had it early.
Nice.
Yeah.
Not,
Bag bowl.
Not sat there starving today.
No. I'm all right. I'm nice and full up.
I need to do on my stories. I need to put the answer to my hat thing.
Oh yes, you do.
I was going to come on here tonight wearing them all and bounce off, but I didn't have enough time to do it.
I think I won.
There were a few right answers. What did you put?
8.
No, you didn't.
It's either 7, 8, or 9. No, what? You got to prove it. We need to see a video of you proving it.
Yeah, I need to do it. I meant to do it last night and I ran out of time. But there was a lot of people that put in guesses, so I need to do the answer. Otherwise, people will be.
Yeah, do that.
So watch my stories and it'll be on there.
Yeah.
Right, thanks everyone for watching.
Thanks ever so much. Cheers, Mark. I'll speak to you soon.
See you next week.
Cheers, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to Through the Garden Gate.